Google's recent decision to remove references to Black History Month, Women's History Month, LGBTQ plus Pride Month, and other similar observances from its online and mobile calendars has sparked significant controversy and renewed concerns about the tech giant's commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion day. The move, first reported by The Verge, has been met with widespread criticism, highlighting a broader trend of seemingly regressive actions taken by Google in the wake of shifting political landscapes and executive orders impacting DEI initiatives within the federal government. A Google spokesperson, Madison Cushman-Veld, justified the calendar change by stating that the inclusion of these holidays was deemed unsustainable for their model. This vague explanation has failed to satisfy critics who view the decision as a deliberate attempt to downplay or erase the significance of these historically marginalized groups and their contributions to society. The lack of transparency surrounding the specifics of what constitutes unsustainability further fuels the perception of a calculated retreat from DEI commitments. The implication is that celebrating these historical events and recognizing the ongoing struggles for equality are somehow incompatible with Google's operational model, raising serious questions about the company's priorities and its true dedication to fostering an inclusive environment. This latest incident is far from an isolated occurrence. It represents a continuation of a troubling pattern of actions taken by Google that appear to directly contradict its Following President Trump's orders to curtail DEI efforts within federal agencies, Google announced a significant rollback of its own internal DEI initiatives within its employment policies. This decision, mirroring the federal government's actions, signaled a concerning shift away from the proactive promotion of diversity and inclusion within the company's workforce. Further underscoring this alarming trend, Google also announced in late January that it would be altering its geographical naming conventions within its U.S.-based services to align with executive orders issued by President Trump during his first day in office. Specifically, the Gulf of Mexico was renamed the Gulf of America for U.S. users, and the name of Denali, the highest mountain in Alaska, was reverted to its former name, Mount McKinley. These changes, implemented with relatively little fanfare or explanation, further demonstrate a willingness to prioritize adherence to politically motivated directives over the preservation of accurate geographical terminology and the recognition of indigenous Alaskan naming conventions. The swift implementation of the Gulf of Mexico name change, effective on Monday following the announcement, highlights the speed and decisiveness with which Google implemented these politically charged alterations. The confluence of these seemingly disparate actions, the removal of culturally significant holidays from calendars, the rollback of internal DEI initiatives, and the alteration of geographical names, paints a concerning picture of Google's evolving stance on social responsibility and its commitment to diversity. Critics argue that these decisions represent a cynical bowing to political pressure, sacrificing its previous public commitment to DEI for the sake of perceived. The lack of clear and compelling justification for these changes only amplifies the concerns. The unsustainable claim offered by the spokesperson lacks specific detail, leaving room for speculation and fueling accusations of a deliberate attempt to downplay the importance of recognizing and celebrating the achievements and struggles of underrepresented groups. Furthermore, the timing of these actions is particularly striking. They coincide with a broader political climate characterized by a pushback against DEI initiatives, suggesting that Google's decisions may be directly influenced by this broader societal trend. This raises concerns about the vulnerability of corporate DEI commitments to shifting political winds and the potential for such commitments to be easily sacrificed in the name of expediency or perceived political advantage. The implications extend beyond Google itself, raising questions about the resilience of DEI initiatives within corporations more broadly, and the degree to which these commitments are genuinely embedded in corporate culture or merely superficial public relations strategies. The lack of substantial pushback from within Google, coupled with the swift implementation of these changes, suggests a deeper, more systemic issue within the company's internal structure and decision-making. The collective effect of these actions leaves many questioning the authenticity of Google's previous pronouncements on diversity and inclusion, casting a long shadow over its public image and its relationship with its employees and users. The broader impact raises concerns about the future of corporate social responsibility in an increasingly polarized political environment.